Just a moment. Can we start, Gokul? Get started.
Yes, ma'am. So, one interesting discussion I had was about developing a student performance prediction system using artificial intelligence. So, the main subject of discussion was about how we can use machine learning to predict students' academic results based on their attendance, assignments, marks, and participation in extracurricular activities or other symposiums or events. So. I discussed this topic with my teammates during one of our project meeting. So we talked about many things. It's not only about technical aspects, but also about some ethical concerns such as data privacy, security, hashing, etc. So. Some of my teammates suggested that we should either use simple regression model or redistribution tree algorithm for better optimization and accuracy. So overall it was very interesting discussion, because everyone shared their concerns and ideas in the project's implementation. So each had different viewpoints, and it helped us understand both about the technical and non-technical, or what I can say is the social impact of AI. Is it okay, ma'am?
Yes, I think it's fine. But somehow, when it comes to see, there are now if you look at the entire question structure or question pattern in your part two, the first thing that I'll have to tell you is do not copy the same words from the question. Like the question says, describe an interesting discussion you had as a part of your work or studies. The way you started, it was like one interesting discussion. So instead of saying one interesting discussion, because that is kind of repeating the same words, you can probably say that, one discussion that intrigued me or one discussion that I found quite engaging, right? So these words, intrigued me, fascinated me, quite engaging. I think these are the words which can actually help you because in your speaking round two, it is extremely important that you're not copying because most of the learners, they have this tendency of copying the kind of words which are already there in the question. Am I making sense, Gokul? That's clear?
Yes, ma'am.
This
Yes,
is
ma'am.
one thing. Second thing, now, as you move through the questions, the cues, it says, what is the subject of discussion? Who you discuss the subject with, which was perfect. And remember, you have four cues, but the kind of answer, the kind of content, the number of sentences for each cue should be different. Why? Because the goal of question in each cue is different. Like when they are saying what the subject of the discussion was, you just talk about the subject. That's it. Crisp, concise, precise. Right? What was your subject of discussion? You talked about, I think, developing a project with machine learning and AI, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. Okay.
Student performance system.
Right. Okay. So reviewing, grading the students' performance or grading the students' competence with using artificial intelligence and machine learning. That's one part. Then the second part says who you discuss the subject with. So when you say who you discuss the subject with, ideally talk about the kind of people that you're discussing with. So when I say kind of people, you can probably include one, you can say that, one professor or one assistant professor who is a subject matter expert. That's fun. Then I also, discussed about the prospects of the project with different other colleagues and teammates, right? So that's one thing. What opinions were expressed and explain why you found the discussion interesting? For these two cues, I felt that the answer was not that complete. I felt that the answer was half-hearted. Are you getting the point? Because what the subject of the discussion was, you can keep a crisp answer. For who you discuss the subject with, that could be just one sentence. But when it comes to what opinions were expressed, explain why you found the discussion interesting, has to be a little bit more elaborative, explanatory. Like when they say what opinions were expressed, maybe you can talk about your opinion and opinion of two other participants. Got it? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
This is one thing. Second thing, when you're talking about the opinion, in order to include richness, in order to include richness, in order to include variety in your answer, try to talk about two contrasting opinions. So when I say two contrasting opinions, maybe you're talking talking about your opinion, and then you're using a contrasting transition word like having said that, however, nevertheless, nonetheless, and you're talking about the other contrasting or contradicting opinion. Getting it? So what would happen is you'll be able to show your expertise in the language. This will also include a lot of freshness, richness, and variety in your answer. Got it? Okay. Then it says explain why you found the discussion to be interesting. Now, when you are explaining something, definitely there has to be at least two points, right? There has to be two reasons or two factors, why you are finding the discussion to be interesting. Got it? So what were your two points that you found the discussion interesting? Can you tell me again? And this is when
The
you try to frame different sentence construction, like maybe, think over it. I mean, keep it in your mind. At the back of the mind, you should always have that, okay, one sentence or one reason I'll be framing with not only, but also the other reason I'll be framing with neither nor, either or if then. Got it? Sure.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Tell me. Only
So
one. Explain why you found the discussion interesting.
so it was a very interesting discussion because each of my teammates expressed their different viewpoints, and which helped me in both understanding the technical and the social concerns of using this AI and ML in student related prediction system. Is it okay, ma'am?
No, I couldn't follow. Can you what was the reason that you said that you found the discussion interesting?
Because each of my teammates expressed different opinions and viewpoints, and the concerns that should be seen when developing this AI related project.
Okay, so maybe you could have said it in this way that, I found the discussion to be quite interesting and engaging, or quite engaging and intriguing, because not only uh, my teammates or my colleagues came up with different points of view, different perspectives from their real time and hands-on experience of building such projects, of building such projects, but also, they pointed out certain concerns and challenges that we would have to keep in mind when you are executing the project. So what would happen is if we know these concerns and challenges right from before, we'll take care of it and we can avoid unnecessary issues and problems in future. Got it? That's one reason. Any other? So look at the choice of words, right? As I mentioned, the choice of words is very important. Ideally, when you're doing your round two is more like storytelling. So, you are telling a story, you're connecting all the ideas together, putting all the ideas together, and you're telling a story. Okay. Now, what could be the other reason that you found the discussion to be interesting or intriguing?
So the other reason I found was that during the discussion, we got to know that we missed some important parts of topics, such as fixing on the accuracy, and then fixing on using the choices of models, uh, and we didn't focus more on fairness and biasness. So while discussion, we got to know about this, and we discussed later after the meeting, ma'am. Is it okay?
Perfect. Yes. So you're trying to say that there were many concerns, such as, all that you mentioned. So all these concerns and challenges were something that were not considered, that were not accounted for before. After the discussion, after So after the discussion is what you, I mean, after the discussion, you could actually have a deeper understanding and clearer insight into the different kind of concerns and challenges, or different kind of points that you had not accounted for, you had not considered, right? So,
Yes, ma'am.
so this discussion you found to be interesting also or engaging also because it is heightening your awareness. Isn't that so? Heightening your awareness to make a well-informed decision so that you come up with a project or so that the outcome has fewer errors and you don't have to do repeat tasks. Got it? Again, look at the choice of the words, right? The choice of the words is important. Okay, repeat task, well-informed decision. Getting it, Gokul? That's
Yes,
clear.
yeah, yes, ma'am, clear.
Also, so ideally, when you're working on round two, remember number one, do not copy words from the question. Try to paraphrase as much as possible. As much as now, of course, if you have a science question and there's a technical term, let's say AI, there's a question, there's a question in your round two, it has computer, it has AI, and you cannot ideally paraphrase a scientific or a technical term, right? That remains the same. Got it? AI, ML, you cannot paraphrase them. But otherwise, interesting, engaging, intriguing, fascinating. Got it? So this is one thing. Second thing, it's very important for the speaker to understand that the kind of answer and the content of the answer for each of the cue is different. What, who has to be more crisp, what opinions. It's good if you can come up with two contrasting opinions, explain, you have to elaborate. And third, which is very important for round two, is rounding off the talk. So you need to round off or you need to give a closing sentence in order to close your talk. Got it? So you can make notes and probably I'll come up with one more question now and we can discuss that. Got it, Kokul? That's clear?
Yes, clear.
Chalo. All right. I think